Prep with me for my first dinner party as a private chef. I've done a few smaller events, but this time I'll be making and serving an 8-person dinner party for a client's birthday at their house. It all started the day before when I went grocery shopping and prepared a semolina olive oil cake and focaccia dough. The next morning, I got up bright and early to get started on as much prep that I could do in advance to make sure the dinner service runs as smooth as possible. When building the menu, the client was looking for some assorted appetizers for guests to pick on as they arrived, followed by a pasta dish, a main protein with sides, and of course, dessert. For the main course, we landed on a red wine braised short ribs with polenta, carrots, and salad. Not only is this a delicious and tender dish, but it's great because the protein can be prepped ahead of time and warmed up before serving, giving me time to focus on other elements. For the apps, we were looking for an assortment of flavors and textures, so we went with some of my classic dishes. Parmigiano cheese cup salad bites, spicy tuna crispy rice, whipped ricotta crostini, and fresh focaccia with a sun-dried tomato spread. All of the apps had elements that could be prepped in advance, but ultimately needed to be finished and built a la menu. Now, since the client initially wanted a surf and turf situation, for the pasta we landed on a lobster bucatini with a seafood velouté cream sauce. Halfway through my prep, I ran to the store to pick up fresh lobsters and then got to work breaking them down. The claws and tails will be boiled and blanched, and the shells are used to help me build a flavorful stock that builds the sauce. Once this was done, it was time to pack up and head to the client's house. This is everything that I made and served as a private chef for an 8-person dinner party. After finishing my prep at home, I arrived at the client's house and got started right away on the apps. The first thing I assembled and sent out was my Parmigiano cheese cup salad bites. Then I put the focaccia in the oven and in the meantime got started on the spicy tuna crispy rice. While that was in the works, I assembled the whipped ricotta crostini with hot honey, and once the rice was done, I assembled that as well and sent it out. By then, the focaccia was done, and I was so happy with how it came out. It was so fluffy. I sliced it, and I served it with a sun-dried tomato spread. With the apps all done, I started on the pasta. I warmed up my lobster velouté cream sauce, tossed in the fresh lobster I cleaned earlier, and when the pasta was cooked, tossed it all together. I made the plates, topping it with the toasted lemon-scented panko breadcrumbs and microgreens. Then it was time to make the Parmigiano polenta, which made a bed for the red wine braised short ribs, finished off with a chive lemon gremolata. I served that alongside a little gem Caesar with toasted breadcrumbs and fried capers. Once they finished eating, I served my semolina olive oil cake to the birthday boy, cleaned the kitchen, and head home to start prep for tomorrow's 8-person private dinner, but that's a story for another time.